All right, YouTube. It's your boy. It's a late fucking Tuesday night.
Get up, cocksuckers. It's all over.
Um, and I just noticed something on social media that I really like. I think it's crazy. Not a lot of people are talking about, but maybe it's because everyone in the business coaching space is a fucking grifter and a fucking scammer.
Jimmy, those people you're hanging out with are no good.
Yo, don't be dissing my niggas, dog.
But what I've seen a lot about, and I say this as an entrepreneur myself, is a lot of these guys promoting this like I don't want to say guys, but I've seen a lot of people promoting this like, oh, we can get you startup funding for 0% interest, 0% down, no business history, no revenue history, nothing. Um, and anyone who's like gone through the effort of funding a business, founding a business, knows just how hard it is to found and fund. And I think it's pretty scummy because these people are very obvious scammers and grifters, and they're preying upon vulnerable, aspiring entrepreneurs. So I'm just going to show you a little clip here.
We go after no doc money, so no documentation.
Okay.
We'll call a credit union in our zip code, so we can search our zip code, call a credit union and say, hey, what are you guys' no doc products that you have? So like, what's the limits up to what you always would approve us for with no documentation? Oh, if you ask for more than 50,000, we're gonna ask for documentation. Okay,
Great.
all right. I'm gonna come in the bank and I'm gonna say, well, let me just get like 45,000. Let me try to get approval of 45,000. If that thing say approved, I don't have to show no documentation. It's stated income. So it's based off what I project what I make, or I'm gonna make, or what I make, whatever the case may be. Now I don't have to show no tax return.
Okay, I'm stopping right here because it's just so much bullshit. It's crazy. So what this guy is pretty much saying is commit corporate fraud. Okay. When he says no documentation, he means no balance sheet, no statement of cash flows, no income statement, no type of accounting paperwork, and no type of tax returns, no proof of revenue. So when he says it's just what I put, income of state, what he states, he's just saying, oh, I say I make $300,000 annual. And then he submits that to the bank. And because the products he's asking about aren't actual loans or lines of credit, they're just credit cards. The bank doesn't ask for documentation for credit cards. I don't know how many of y'all are out there getting business credit cards, but I have gotten business credit cards myself as I own my own business. Um, and they don't ask for proof. They really don't. They just ask you how much you make or how much you project making, and then they'll approve you based off of that. But what this guy is saying is he goes in and he just says whatever the fuck he wants until he gets to a certain amount. And that'll be trouble here later on.
Stated income. So paycheck stub, bank statements. I get this approval, I'm out of there. 30, 40, 50,000. No documentation. That's just one bank. And then we go to 10 more. When we PG in these things and they're pulling our personal credit, they're gonna give us an inquiry. So most people worries are, man, we're gonna get too many inquiries, they're gonna stop approving us. So imagine this. We go to the bank, we get a Chase business credit card, that's one inquiry. We go to 5 more, we get 5 inquiries. Okay, well now we got 80K, 100,000. All these inquiries on the personal side is not attached to anything. We remove all the inquiries. What we gonna do now? We're gonna take the inquiries off, then we're gonna do it again. Round 2.
Man, I'm just thinking about, I'm multiplying my head, like, how many times I'm gonna go do this?
No, for real. No, seriously though,
He's
for
like, "You're
real.
so fucking smart."
So yeah, so that's how we run it though, and then that's how we run it.
And then that's how we run the bag up. And then he continues to talk about committing corporate fraud. Okay.
Do not redeem the card.
What?
Do not redeem the card.
Yes, I'm
Do not
redeeming the
redeem
card.
the
I'm
card.
redeeming the cards.
No.
Okay?
No. No. No.
Yeah.
No. No. No.
My big problem with this is like these guys are obvious scammers. These guys are obvious grifters. They just commit corporate fraud and then they sell people courses or they sell speaking engagements about how they commit corporate fraud. That's it. That's their entire product. That's their business. They sell a fake lifestyle and they make money off of this. The problem is the people, the everyday entrepreneurs or hopefuls that they sell these products to think this is good financial advice. So they take out 50,000 or 100,000 in credit cards and they're like, okay, cool, I'm going to fund my business now. But the problem with funding a startup off of purely credit cards is yes, there's 0% interest for your first year. Okay. Every year after that, your interest is going to be 18 to 25 to 30% depending on where you go. This guy's talking about going to local credit unions because they don't have a lot of reporting requirements. But what ends up happening with these small banks is they know you're so risky that they give you an insane APR after your first year of like 30%. Okay. So when this guy says, I can get you 50, I can get you 100K, it's like, okay, cool. But how are you going to pay it back? All right. So I just want to run some figures. Okay. In this scenario, we got Chris, we got me. I'm a hopeful entrepreneur. I don't know shit about funding a startup. So I take out $100,000 credit card. I fuck up my personal credit and I take out four credit cards at 25 bands a piece. Okay. I dump 30K in the first month. That's just my startup costs. That's my buying equipment. Let's say I run a bakery. Okay. Something real simple. Not simple, but you get the picture. I run a brick and mortar bakery. I buy all the equipment. We're not accounting for depreciation. I don't buy the building. Okay. I lease the building, which I don't even know how I would fleece that without proof of revenue or proof of assets. Okay. Because you can't count credit cards as assets, just so you know. So this is all fucked up. Um, but I lease the building and I sign a lease for $1,000 a month and I'll pay it the following month every month. Okay. So this is a perfect situation in which all of my costs are my upfront equipment and resource inventory costs. And then the only costs I'm incurring is my $1,000 a month for rent. Okay. Over the span of 12 months. So at the end of my 12 months, I go from $30,000 to 41,000. That's covering my fixed costs and my initial variable costs. Okay. At the end of those 12 months, I had to have made $41,000. Okay. I didn't use the full 100, I just used 41. But at the end of the 12 months, I need to have made enough to pay off the 41,000. Now, I don't know how many people out there have tried to create a revenue generating business in the span of 12 months. It's not easy. And it's definitely not easy to make it profitable in 12 months. Okay. So if I don't make 1,000, let's say I make zero the first month, I make zero the second, zero the third, zero the fourth, fifth, I make 1,000. I make profit. Sixth, I make 2,000. Okay. I make profit. Seventh, I make 2,500. Eighth, I make 3,000. Ninth, I make 35. Oh, shit. And then 10th, I have a bad month. So I only do 1,000. And then I have another bad month. I only do 500. And then my last month of the year, I don't make any. Okay. So now we have an outstanding debt of 27,500. Okay. And now that 27,500, if we want to pay that off in a year, if we want to pay it off in a year, our interest will be 3,800 within the year. Okay. If we don't pay it off within this year, this interest will now compound month over month, which means all the unpaid interest is going to compound on every single charge I make. Okay. And we will have an interest of 570 on every single month. So not only am I paying my minimum, which is probably $1,000 a month just in credit card payments, I'm also paying an interest charge of 570 a month. Okay? Like, does anyone else see how fucking insane that is? Whereas if you took the same amount of money and you got a low cost business loan at 8%, you'd be paying 181. You have a $400 difference in payment. It's literally that simple to just go get a business line of credit or a business loan after you prove your revenue generating. Okay. I understand. I totally get it. It's hard to make a revenue generating business with no startup funding. I get that. And I see the appeal of using credit card funding. I get it for buying equipment, buying this and that. But what these guys are telling people going out and taking out 80,000 to 100,000 in credit card debt and just balling out at how we run the bag up. These guys are talking about committing credit card fraud and then bankrupting the LLC and getting you in a shit ton of trouble with the IRS. This only works if you run a scam business where you sell other people bullshit courses on how to fund startups. Okay? Don't do it. You're just going to fuck your life up. Okay? Totally use a credit card for your initial equipment, your initial XYZ, but definitely don't use $100,000 in credit when you definitely know you can't generate $100,000 in profit within a year. That doesn't make sense. I have a business credit card. I have personal credit up to $50,000 that I don't use. If I were to use it, I would have, I'd have limitations that I need to make $50,000 in profit in 12 months or I'm fucked. I would never do that. It's a bad idea. Don't do it. Bad money making advice. These people are all scammers and grifters. Don't give them your money. Don't buy courses from them. Ostracize them. Um, yeah, I hate seeing shit like this. It's so fucked up to prey on people like this. It's really shitty, and it's just bad business. It's bad math. It doesn't make sense from a business standpoint. That's why these people aren't real businessmen. They just go on podcasts and they talk about these businesses that they don't actually show you what they do. They don't show how you they generate revenue. They don't show you how profitable they are. They don't show you any actual business. They just tell you they do business. So, but if you're interested in somebody just telling you how they do business and not showing you, you can follow me for more.